Welcome back to Pennies and Plans, where we discuss all things finance and retirement related, with the key aim of enabling us to reach retirement earlier than normal. In this episode, we'll discuss how we have managed to significantly reduce our grocery expenditure, and we'll talk about the food app that has not only really impacted on our grocery budgeting, but which is also helping to reduce waste and save the planet at the same time. We'll also give you some of our top tips on how to bag yourself some great deals using the app. So do you want to hear more? Well, let's roll. Hello and welcome to our channel. We are Lizzie and Bob. We're in our 50s, we live in Glasgow, Scotland, and we're heading towards our goal of early retirement by making plans and being careful with our money. Retirement really does throw up so many questions, but hopefully we can break these areas down into manageable and sensible sections that will help us with our plans, choices and decisions. We hope you enjoy and come along with us on this journey. As everyone is probably currently aware at the moment, the prices of grocery shopping has increased sharply over the last few years. Now there are various explanations for this, but for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to focus on what we have been doing to try and keep our grocery bills down as we try and focus and keep our eye on our potential early retirement prize. So both Bob and I were brought up in relatively poor working class families where there wasn't much spare cash. So from a young age, we learned from our parents and grandparents to be quite frugal when it came to money, to make sure that we could stretch what little there was that bit further and for that bit longer. There was an old saying my granny used to say, which was waste not, want not. So again, we learned not to waste where possible. So many of the things we still do today are because these habits were ingrained in us, and strictly speaking, I'm sure they'll remain with us until we pop our clogs, even if we were to become multimillionaires. Fat chance of that. But anyway, I'm digressing. So a recent article I read stated that 2 adults spend about £96 a week on grocery shopping. Now I did see a number of comments that argued that this was nonsense and that the real figure was much higher than that. But I took this anyway and I did some number crunching with my home bank data for the last 4 years, and our grocery costs come out around about £55 per week for the last year. So how is that? Well, let me tell you what we do to keep our grocery costs down. We prepare and cook most of our food at home. We batch cook meals and freeze them into smaller portions. We cook most of the items from scratch. We stretch out our food with vegetables, grains, pulses, etc. We buy food deals when on special offer or when items are reduced. We buy in bulk when it's a good deal and the items will last. We buy a lot of food at the discount stores, so Aldi, Lidl, farm foods. We use discount vouchers, so for example you might get £5 off a £40 spend. We're creative with leftovers. We use the Too Good To Go app, and we're going to come back to that. We also grow some vegetables, herbs and salad items in the garden. We don't eat or drink out much these days at all. We don't buy fast food or takeouts much these days either. And we prepare our own lunches, snacks and coffees for work. So, they're all good and well, but what's this about the Too Good To Go app, I hear you ask? Let's talk about that. So Too Good To Go is a company dedicated to combating food waste and creating a positive impact on the environment. It operates in many countries, and the mission of the company is to connect individuals with local restaurants, cafes and grocery stores to help prevent perfectly good food from going to waste. The heart of Too Good To Go lies in their user-friendly mobile app, which allows consumers to purchase surprise bags of surplus food at a heavily discounted price. These bags usually contain perfectly edible and nutritious items that would otherwise be thrown away at the end of the day. By using the Too Good To Go app, not only are you saving money on your food expenses, but you're also helping to reduce food waste and its harmful impact on the planet. Did you know that the average UK household throws away £700 worth of food every year? Now that's equivalent to 4.5 million tonnes of food wasted annually. So let me give you some insight into our use of this fab app. Since I downloaded the app back in June 2021, I have bought 234 surprise food bags, costing a total of £1,418 and saving 585 kilograms of carbon dioxide from being released into the environment. Now let me show you a few recent examples of what our bags contained, what they cost and how much I saved. So in this example, I paid £3. I was predicted to have a value of £9, but when I calculated it online, the online cost came in about £30. So in fact, I saved about £27. So I had a 90% discount on these items. Example 2. Similarly, I paid £3. It was valued at £9. When I did the online comparison, it came in at just over £30. So therefore, again, I saved almost 90% cost price against the value of the items. Example 3 was similar. This time it was 91% of a discount for the cost comparison. And you can see a lot of the items that come are main meal type items. So chicken, fish, eggs, bread, you don't know what you'll be getting. This was a Greggs Too Good To Go. Paid price was £5.18. Each bag cost £2.59. The overall value to buy online would have been over £20. So in this case, I saved 75% discount. Another Too Good To Go from Greggs, and this one was £2.59. And ultimately I saved 87% against the actual price to buy online or in the shop. So on average, Too Good To Go thinks I will save 50%. However, my actual savings are a lot more than that. So with the Too Good To Go, it thinks I've made savings of about £1,400 since I started buying the surprise bags. That equates to about £60 a month. However, I think I've actually made about £2,400 odd in savings and saved about £102 per month if I had to buy exactly the items that I'm getting in the bags. So if I look at this slide, all it's shown is the original value of the bag and how much I paid for the bag. And you can see that on a monthly basis. So you can see in some months I've paid maybe £50 and got almost £150 worth of items. So these are my pros on the app. The food price is heavily discounted. Some of the items can usually be frozen. You're saving food from being wasted. You may get a really good amount of food. Depending on the location, you can have a good selection of stores to choose from. You get to try foods that you would maybe not normally buy. But equally, there are some cons. Food has a short shelf life. You don't know what you're going to be getting. Your reservation can be cancelled if there are no items. Sometimes the food parcel may not feel very good value. You might get food that you don't like or you wouldn't usually buy. Depending on location, you might not have much of a choice of participating stores, and you need to collect the food within a certain time frame. The app itself is really easy and handy to use, especially if you live in a location where there is a lot of choice, such as in a big city area. As I mentioned earlier, some of my top tips will help you get the best value out of the app, and these are: know the window of time when you need to collect the bag. Buy, because if you're late, then you've missed it and you won't get a refund. Check out the ratings for the store. The higher the score, the better value they are. Check out the number of bags available. And please don't be greedy. Check out the number of reviews that they've also had, as this gives an indication of what users thought of their purchases. Know the value and price you're paying. Know how and when to reserve. Many of the offers upload the day before the collection is due, but if you have a store in mind, what you can do is keep your eye on when they normally release their bags. And if you just observe them for a few days, you'll get to know the rough times. Too Good To Go understands the importance of budgeting and the impact it has on our lives. With their app, you can plan your meals effectively, cut down on unnecessary expenses, and contribute to the global fight against food waste. Too Good To Go collaborates with a wide range of local restaurants, cafes, grocery stores, which means you have access to a variety of cuisines and food options, all at an affordable price. Apart from the financial benefits, let's not forget the positive environmental impact of reducing food waste. When we reduce food waste, we conserve valuable natural resources, reduce greenhouse gas emissions, and help create a more sustainable future. Too Good To Go has built a thriving community of individuals passionate about reducing food waste and supporting local businesses. By joining this movement, you will become part of something bigger, contributing to a more sustainable and conscious society. So how can you get involved? Well, it's really simple. Step 1, download the Too Good To Go app from your smartphone's app store. Step 2, browse the available food options near you and select that surprise bag that suits your preferences. Step 3, pick up the magic bag from the designated location within the designated time and enjoy the delicious food while knowing you've made a positive impact. Together we can make a difference. Get back to the basics with saving money the old-fashioned way and then up to date by downloading the Too Good To Go app. Join the movement to reduce food waste, assist with food budgeting and save some money. Thanks for watching and listening. We hope you found this information valuable, and if you are on a similar journey to us, then please consider liking, subscribing and dinging that bell for future updates. In the meantime, it's onwards and upwards towards retirement for us.